Hi,
It's
Naysha.
fucking cold.
It's chilly, bitch.
All right, let's have a seat. We gotta start this thing pretty quick, yeah?
Let's bring out the gals.
They're freezing out there. You'll see they're fucking half naked. So let's welcome our very special guest, Miss Princess Poppy.
Not top billing.
And we're gonna keep that going. We're gonna bring her in.
And you're gonna
because it's
stand
cold.
up and you're gonna make her feel absolutely
welcome.
special.
Please make some noise for Irene Dubois.
Yes. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Mwah, mwah. Yes.
Yes, diva.
Thank you. Good night. Why is this city so cold?
She's like, I got a standing ovation. That's it. I'm leaving. How are you, ladies?
So genuine and
So
authentic.
good.
No crickets tonight.
None. Well, you know, you don't. Let
Already?
me not start. Don't get me started, bitch. All right. How are you, ladies? Are you good?
I feel so good. I'm so warm.
The
I'm
space
so
heater
comfortable.
they got pointed at us is incredible.
Yeah, it's so good.
Now, is this your first time in Chicago?
Ever. I've never been here before. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And
I came to Chicago in high school to audition for theater schools. It really worked out.
well, you didn't go anywhere here, so there was that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to get this shindig started. Are y'all ready for this shindig? Yes. What were you going to say? No.
I was going to say, before we start, we want to remind you all that there will be no recording of tonight, so please keep your phones away. Thank you so much.
No stealing of content
Don't mention
either.
merch.
No, you already started, girl. I already started. No, you... What'd you say?
Nothing. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Also, no stealing of content. I feel like I should be saying that now, too.
Oh, yeah, sure.
For certain people. Anyway, no, besides that, if you have not pushed the subscribe button, go ahead and push subscribe to Roscoe's, where you get the original content,
Yeah,
where
all
it
the
actually
tea.
comes from. So go ahead and push subscribe. And if we're ready, I think we're going to start. How are we? We got how many minutes? 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, that's how we're
I
going to
mean,
start.
let's address what's on everyone's mind. How did it feel to have her say "fuck you"?
It felt
Irene.
correct, bitch. Fuck me.
Sorry.
No, we always think it's fun to see, because we don't know what the girls say in confessionals, obviously. So it's fun to see those kind of things. Like
Nothing that Poppy could say in those confessionals could come close to the hateful shit she texts me on a regular basis.
That is true, including today.
Yeah, evil, hateful, demented shit. That was mild. That was how she says I love you. Yeah, that's the nicest thing she's ever said.
Did you guys know each other before the show?
No, thank God.
But it
No.
feels like we've known each other for a lifetime.
Yeah, for decades.
Yeah.
But I feel like as soon as I met her, we like instantly clicked. And then as she got sent home, I was like, oh, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a shame we didn't have lots of time after that to bond.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Irene, do you keep in contact with any other girls from the show?
I keep in contact with all of them.
With all
Yeah,
of them?
I will say this cast is a pretty friendly cast. There's not like a schism or a split or anything like that. We're all friends with each other.
So far.
Yeah, until someone says something in the confessional that ruins it. But yeah,
Well,
so far
there's drama with Amethyst and Robin right now on Twitter. If you saw
Oh
that.
my God, which is like, bitch, I'm like, I don't need the C characters doing all this main character shit. It's like in Star Wars when the Ewoks have their own storyline. Like, baby, let me get back to the Jedis.
You don't care about who broke up with who? Come on, that is
Oh
like
my
Emmy
God.
award-winning.
Of the 4
stuff.
gay people in Connecticut, 3 of them were on screen. It's like, let's
Okay.
go.
Very that.
This is exactly why you should still be there, bitch.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
had some of the best commentary right
you.
from the beginning.
But you walked in and let them have it.
I'm a drag queen. Who would have thought that everyone would be so shocked that a drag queen's a cunt? I think I'm the first one in several years to show it on TV, but everybody on that show talks just like me as soon as the camera's cut. I promise.
Work. I love
Worse.
how real you were, like right from the jump. So I
you. I
hope
appreciate
that was
that.
the real you, and we're gonna see tonight, man.
Unfortunately, that's exactly who I am. For better or for worse, I'm painfully myself.
Let me ask you, was Lux kind of bothered by the 40-inch thing and the whole? Was she really?
Yes, and I wish she wasn't, but we've talked about it. We talked about it off camera that day, and we moved past it very quickly. Unfortunately, people are obsessed with it because nobody else on this fucking season knows how to give drama, so that was the only storyline. But yeah, I mean, I think that here's my thing. I will come for anybody, but I'm only ever gonna come for your drag. I'm not gonna come for anything that you can't change. My mom told me if they can't fix it in 10 seconds, don't bring it up. So, you know, I'm gonna talk shit about your drag all day, honey. So as soon as she said,
do.
and I do, yeah.
I'm still waiting to see a measuring tape with that wig, bitch.
No, they did it with the wigs. Didn't you do it with the wigs?
No, they did wigs side
We
by side,
did,
but
yes.
I want to see.
Well, I've got the wig that we measured with here tonight. So if you measure that wig,
Oh, let's do it. We're gonna
Then-
do that.
then you
and
have your
I
answer.
just conveniently carry around a little tape measure.
I know, girl. I read your Grindr bio.
So I'm gonna make sure to measure that bitch today. We're back in 5. All right. Well, we're gonna touch a little more on that, but let's go ahead and right back to the show.
Okay.
Well, all right.
Girl, we already crying.
Already.
They fit a lot of content in there, didn't they?
They sure did. Let's talk about the separation of church and drag.
Is there though a separation?
I mean, in a way, I kind of. Did you guys grow up in the church by any chance? Whoa.
No.
Okay, it's just a question, Irene.
No, my parents were normal.
Okay.
Oh,
How about you, Poppy?
You have to have parents. No, I'm kidding. My parents are alive. No, they're actually agnostic, and I grew up agnostic. But I grew up in the Bible Belt because I'm from North Carolina, and I've had a couple of people come up to middle school trying to like save me, essentially. Yeah, they'd like give me like pamphlets and be like, "You're gonna burn in hell," and I'm like, "All right, I'll see you in math class."
Yeah, it was kind of like that for me. Like I grew up Christian Reformed, which is kind of, it's like looking back, I'm like, holy shit, what the hell was going on? But I mean, that's just how I grew up. So I was just curious.
You don't
about
even
you
know
guys.
how weird it is until you
And-
leave it.
Yeah, until you leave it, and then you're like, whoa. But anyway, how about you, Nay?
I mean, I was raised Catholic, and then we kind of shifted over to Christianity. But for me, religion is just like to each their own. You know what I mean? Like, do whatever you feel is, whether you're spiritual or religious. I just don't. I disagree when you feel your beliefs have to be imposed on my life.
Yeah, when you shun it
That's
on
when
somebody.
it's like you do whatever you want. You believe in whatever you want. But when you think I got to do that and I don't practice that religion, that's when it doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean?
Right. That's kind of why I say like drag is a religion, because I kind of put it the way that you just said it, like to each their own. No girl sitting up here is the same tonight. So it's kind of, that's how I kind of look at that.
You don't even have to, wear nails.
No,
There's so many different ways to do drag.
no. You could just grow them naturally.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Thanks.
Girl, those are buffed, filed.
Everything's
Polished.
they're squoval. Is that what it's called?
Excuse
is
you?
that when they're square round? What is that?
Oval.
Whoa.
I don't know, bitch. I made that shit up.
They're done. That's what
Okay,
they
no.
are.
So let's talk about this challenge real quick. How did you enjoy this challenge?
Hate.
You hated it.
Well, gay heaven, it's like they're running out of ideas. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted something a little bit, like, zippier. And especially because it was, like, the first challenge we really got to do other than the talent show. I was like, oh.
It's weird that they made you guys write the whole sketch.
And also, too, they give us no time to
You guys
write
had
it.
an hour, yeah?
Barely. Like, when you see us running around, like, they were like, okay, and go. And then we also have to talk to producers, too, beforehand. And they're like, all right, so we want this, we want this, we want this. All right, you have to head to set right now. So we're, like, literally heading to set, like, rewriting things. Like, I was, like, Lucy was bent over. I'm, like, riding on her back. Like, you get no time, truly. Yeah.
Did anyone on your team kind of annoy you? Was it like taking you in a different direction that you wanted to go?
What in the story, producer?
We have
Say
questions.
their names.
And what are their names?
Their name is Sugar and Spice. No. No. I'm kidding. No, I love the twins. No, there was nobody on my team, but I looked around the room, like Jax's team, they were at each other's throat. Like, what they show, that's nothing. Like, they were actively screaming at each other, like, behind the set. Like, really, truly screaming. So, yeah, I was like, whoo, dodged a bullet on that one.
Speaking of... Go ahead.
Did we find it shady that they got to pick the whole team and not 1-1-1? And that's why I
That
think
was
the
shady.
the leftovers were the way that they were. Okay, we're back. All right. Wow, that was a lot.
Bitch, we just went through a runway already.
Girl,
it's been
the
like,
world
what?
is
Why is it
your
so quick?
runway.
It's only been... Okay, so ladies, tell us about what you guys just saw. What do you like? Who was your tops and who was your bottoms on the runway?
I thought the twins looked incredible.
I agree.
The twins looked really good. That Poochie, the Poochie robot dog, bitch, that sent me there. No, the thing about the twins is their minds don't ever tell them that's a bad idea, which is fine because most of their ideas are great. And then they do crazy, stupid shit like that or the shower curtain. Yeah. I'm obsessed. Only the twins would do something like that.
Yeah. And get away with it.
And I'm living. Yeah. Lucy looked really good.
Yeah,
I
loved her.
I love that color combo on Lucy. It was beautiful.
It's so good. The hair,
Yeah.
but everything else gorgeous.
She always is doing that like 60s retrofuturism.
Yeah, I hate it. So ugly. I hate bobs. Ugh.
Okay, same.
Lux looked amazing.
Lux is probably my favorite, I think.
Yeah, I think
Yes, that was the gold.
Lux,
Yes.
Who was the first one?
Anitra was first.
Anitra, I really like. It was really simple, but like
So good.
the big shoulder with the tight hair, for me. God, Anitra's just so fucking sickening.
But she has that face that she can pull it off. If you put on Mistress, you'd be like, oh my God, but
I
with
love
Anitra-
Mistress's drag. I did not care for her look today.
I liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was over the. I wrote big.
Which one
over
was
the-
Mistress? What did Mistress have on?
Over the top. She had the gold with
had
the huge gold chain.
I liked the.
Mine
the
literally just says
shoulder.
nope.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That's the gown with the chains, right?
No. That's
No, that was Malaysia. The white
Oh,
dress.
I wrote it out the wrong one.
That
Sorry.
one's no.
Oh, she's gonna come for you.
I love you, Malaysia, but that was a boot.
I like the hair, though.
The hair was amazing.
Yeah. My makeup girl, I'm so sorry to everybody out there. Ooh, I was in my plastic Tira era there, and I don't know what the fuck I was
I
thinking.
thought you looked really pretty.
No.
Yeah, tell us about your runway while you're here.
Okay,
Inspiration.
So you want to get into it?
Yeah.
I have a whole story about
We
this
got a
runway.
couple. We got a minute.
All right, so actually, there's a picture of it. Come here, Connor. This is my friend Connor. He's my best friend in the whole world. So this is
Connor.
what I was supposed to do.
Oh, gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous. It was like this mint moment. But there was a certain designer who may have made some of the designs that you saw, and I asked specifically for a metallic mint. He goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "Okay, girl, sure, whatever." So he sends me the pictures. It is not metallic. It is extremely matte, and I'm like, "This is not going to work. Like, I need metallic." He's like, "Well, that's just how I work." And I'm like, "What do you mean that's how you work?" And I was like, "Well, why didn't you send me any like fabric swatches or anything?" He's like, "That's just how I work. Like, that's it." So I didn't have anything. He sent it to me, and I was like, this is not going to work. So I had a backup. I got it from this, like, random thing for $200. Had a backup, and that was it. Yeah.
Thank God you had a backup.
No,
right?
truly. I
Yeah.
honestly would have been naked.
Poppy unpacked her bags next to me. She had a backup for her backup.
I did.
For every look.
I did.
That's fierce,
Word.
girl. That's
How many
fierce.
suitcases
That's
did you bring, Poppy?
What'd you say?
How many suitcases did you bring?
We were allowed, like, 9?
8. They gave us 8.
yeah.
Oh, wow. It's
But then, like, from
growing.
the boy one, I was, like, putting in, like, girl clothes. I brought so much drag. I brought other people's drag, too. I did.
it.
Like, some of the girls borrowed stuff from me.
All right, and we're back. Okay, first things first. What team did you ladies think slayed it?
The first one,
Yeah,
obviously.
the first one?
The first one was hilarious.
Anitra's talent. I mean, her team. Sorry.
And then which one do you think was the worst one?
The left.
Irene, I'll let you answer that.
I know how everything ends up, and now that I've seen it, I don't know that I agree with how things were judged. But I think that the Leftovers team had the funniest joke of the two of your teams.
Agreed.
Same.
But overall, your team's was better than theirs. Yeah. Like yours had a concept, and theirs had.
They also cut out some of our jokes, too. I'm just going to say that. We had some really funny jokes, and I felt like they cut
I
them
thought
out.
the jokes that were in there were really funny.
Yeah, no, I liked the jokes. I felt like maybe our concept wasn't as strong because we got some stuff taken out.
Very curious to see what the negative critiques they give you are, because based on what I just saw, it would have been team one wins with someone on that team getting the win, your team's safe, the other team 5 bottoms, and we'll pick the worst 2.
I don't really understand the individual judging. You know what I mean? I
Well,
feel like it should be
You know,
judged as teams.
See, well, you know what it is the best team doesn't have the best person.
Yes.
So that's why they separate that. So would you agree with that? Would you say
Yeah.
that the person that was the funniest might not have been on the funniest team?
Yes.
No, I think that the funniest person was on the funniest team.
Yeah, actually, yeah, no, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I just think
I
that
thought
team
that
one was overall.
They were so
They were
cohesive.
well rounded. Yeah, it was cohesive as start, middle, and end.
Yeah.
As opposed to like what Jax was saying, I need to get this team together. I
Right.
don't know
And
that-
it felt like they all had a moment to shine. Whereas it felt like Girl, there are people in your team who I didn't even know were there.
Me.
No, you were the main character.
I wouldn't say that, but I would say that since it is such a team-heavy challenge and we were writing it, it wasn't like just a script being handed to us. I feel like we should have been judged as a team because we're doing everything together. And like one person wouldn't succeed without the other in that case, at least from my perspective.
And did you all have to kind of agree, like, when you were writing things, you all came to like an
Oh,
agreement,
yeah.
right?
Oh, absolutely. We all had to be like, all right, so this is what's going to happen. You're going to do this line. You're going to do this line. Oh, let's rework it to do this. So, yeah, it was
You
absolutely
guys
a
got
team
along
effort.
too, right?
We did what?
Your team got along?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I loved
Yeah.
my group. I thought it was so fun. We were having a blast. Like, I loved my team.
It was funny to watch. The way y'all were sitting having brunch and Aura was losing her
Working.
goddamn mind.
She was
behind her.
about to have a like a heat stroke.
I don't know
doing
why
that.
she volunteers to dance all the time. Aura is the sweatiest
Sweatiest.
bitch. You
is
guys know she's from
disgusting.
Chicago.
Yeah, she's from here.
She's so wet at all times, and she's always like, "I'll dance in leather. I'll do it. It's fine."
And she's always like, I'm sweating tits. I'm like, I wonder why, girl. But yeah, I thought that the judging was
So, who did you think was the funniest person overall from all teams?
Sasha.
Sasha.
I think it was the neck crack bitch. Every time she did it, we just cackled. Yeah. Like,
It's funny.
I'm gonna just see her in my dream.
Yeah. 5. I heard from the girls who were there, they were like, it wasn't even funny. Watching it, that shit was funny.
It was funny.
Well, it doesn't look funny. It's on a green screen. Like I didn't even like. No, yeah. They are not. They're no. Wow.
Okay.
Bitch, they ate you up.
Did they ever?
Spit a couple girls
Was
back out.
there anything else that they said that didn't make the
Well,
cut?
they called me beautiful, so of course they had to cut that out.
Of course.
They were
of
like, we
course.
love your legs and you're so pretty, but you can't rely on pretty. And I was like, girl, have you seen my face? Let's be real. Yeah, but I explained that my runway was like a backup, and they were like, oh, okay, that's unfortunate, blah, 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 blah. But did you guys feel like I was not, like, did you guys feel like I blend into the background?
Careful what you ask them. They are very
like,
honest here.
No, be honest,
Yeah,
though. I
this-
want to know.
This Roscoe's audience.
I-
is like,
I didn't think that.
well-
I thought that you were the main character of your commercial.
Well, I thought Lucy was the main character as Dolly.
I thought Lucy at the end shined brightly.
Yeah.
But it felt like you were the person carrying the commercial.
Yeah. Well, I've been sitting on this for like a year and a half, so does everybody think I blended in? Like, be honest.
No,
Okay.
I don't think you blended. I don't think you
Okay.
blended it. No. But
And you didn't blend today.
You were like,
either.
which one were you again?
You weren't the worst.
You were like,
We'll
no,
say
you were
that.
so
No,
good,
no,
Amethyst. We love you so
No,
much.
and the way-
and
wait,
your
hold
nose
on.
is so pretty.
Oh my
okay?
God,
The way that Group 4 had 4 safe people.
I was kind of gagged by that. I was
No.
kind of gagged a little bit.
okay, it was kind of fierce. I'm not sure which twin it is that was with Jack's team. Sugar.
Right.
Because Sugar, she's like, she's safe, and you saw her. She's like. And it was so genius because she's like, see, bitch. And you know what I
See,
mean?
I
Like,
told you.
Because they wouldn't listen to her and all of that. And here she is safe. And there's Jax who told her, why don't you move over there? You know what I mean? So it's just
Yeah.
like.
The worst thing you can do on camera is have an opinion.
But elaborate on that,
In that
because
way,
I don't
yeah.
think people
If
understand
you
why.
give them something to work with, they will work with it. And so the girls, when it's big, when it's a big group like that, the girls who stay silent just automatically fade into the background, and there's no storyline there, so they just kind of get ushered along. If you sort of like put your foot in the sand and draw a line, they're going to put you on either side of that line.
Yeah, I felt that with Jax because she was like, "Well, I had to do all this, and
that's why she was in the bottom.
And that's why she's in the bottom. Yeah.
Okay, but also, I didn't think that Jax did the worst in her group, if I'm being
She
completely
didn't, but
honest.
she's the only
No,
one
she
who
didn't.
expressed an
But
opinion.
that's
that's true.
exactly what I was gonna say.
That's true.
It's the fact is that she took leadership. Well, if you're gonna take leadership or ownership of this, then it better be good. Because if it's not, then I'm gonna
Your ass
hold
is
you
trash.
accountable for it. And that's kind of like what I feel is happening.
Yeah, but no, there were definitely people in that group I think should have been in the bottom just to receive negative critiques because they needed to hear negative critiques.
Who?
Yeah, name names.
No, don't do that to me now.
There's an owl in here.
Don't get that group chat firing off tonight now.
Ooh, see, so we're gonna start it tonight. See, everything was good and dandy until she came to Roscoe's.
we could edit it out if you want.
I'm not fucking born yesterday. I see these uploaded 8 hours long. Don't try me, Naysha. You're my pork chop sis. You're not supposed to do me like that.
I'm sorry. You're right. You're absolutely right. Don't fuck with my friend. She's not gonna say bad things.
Oh shit.
Okay, first things first.
I'm the realist.
First disappointment.
Poppy.
Well, the first
Poppy.
which is what I'm getting at. It's the first disappointment of the season. You definitely won that. You definitely.
Do you know what you just did to her?
Thank you.
Wait. Hold on. The fact that she went home and she lost that is the first disappointment of the season. Did that not come off right? What the fuck?
Aren't you still in your cone of silence?
Are y'all bitches just stupid or what? The first disappointment of the season is the fact that she lost this lip sync. She won that. She
She
should
did.
have still been there. Why did you guys not get that?
We didn't let you finish the sentence.
Thank you.
We're the bad guys here.
We're the villains, bitch.
You really are. I'm about to throw this mic right
Don't
at
throw. Don't throw. Don't throw.
Anyway, I'm trying to give you your flowers right now. You
Thank
should have
you.
never went home. You definitely won that lip sync. Not only did you have grace, but you were funny too. I don't think you should have left at all. I think it was you, and I'm sorry that Please make some motherfucking noise for Poppy.
Thanks, everyone.
What were you feeling? What was going through your mind?
I mean, I was heartbroken. Like, I was in obviously they didn't show it, but I was sobbing. Like, you know how they had like Rock'em Soccer? I've been like, like that was me. But I tried to play it, like when cameras were rolling, I was like dabbing, and I was like, oh, everything's fine. But then like obviously cameras cut. I was like, they had to have multiple producers come back and console me. But honestly, watching it back, I have to agree. I think I lost.
You think so?
Yeah.
Where do you think that you were at fault? Where you fell short?
I'm not a lip syncer. Like, I've never been a lip syncer. I've been more of a comedian. I'm just better with words.
And you were hilarious.
Yeah. I don't think for that song it was the right choice. And my body's just really stiff. I got a severe case of the Caucasians, and you could see it. Girl, I had a flare up that day, so yeah, I was stiff. I was definitely stiff, but yeah, I looking back at it, I agree.
You know, it's a hard thing to do because everyone always says the key to RuPaul's heart is to make her laugh, and clearly you did that. But then it's a Diana Ross song. So what direction did you? Was that something you tugged with?
I felt like the writing was on the wall by then. Like, I kind of just like, this is probably my last chance to showcase myself. And like, if I was just gonna do a regular Diana Ross song, that's not being true to me. So I was just like, I'm just gonna be funny. I'm gonna be silly. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna go down and dance with the other girls. Yeah.
Question for both of you: when you get to that part where you're going to lip sync, did either you already feel kind of defeated? Were you like, you know what, I feel like it's my time, I'm gonna get sent home? Or did you feel like you had a fighting chance?
I definitely felt like I had a fighting chance. For me, it was a struggle because Seven Rings as a song is not in my wheelhouse at all. I don't think it's in very many drag queens' wheelhouses. We had an iPod full of songs, and there were some that I was like, oh, if I get this, I'm tapping anybody that I go up against. And Seven Rings was probably the hardest one.
Real quick, Irene, going home first don't mean shit. I have one of the best jobs that a drag queen can fucking have, and I went home first. It don't mean jack shit. So don't let that, and trust me.
I don't. People, including everybody here, has been so positive in the response. Look, you can go home first. You can stay till the end. It doesn't matter. What matters is how people receive you and if they want to see more of your work. And
we all want to see more of her work, yes?
I do not.
Now, before
let's
because last week it was very limited with commercials, and we really didn't get to touch base on like not even talents, anything like that. And now that we have you here, we have you as well. Let's talk a little bit about that first episode and the entrances and those talents and how you guys came up with that.
do you want to wait till we're not in a commercial break?
Because I feel like it's gonna take a while. Yeah. How much time do we have? Not long.
Not long.
Let's go back to the question that we did. Let's go back to.
Did you feel like it was game over when you went into that lip sync?
Oh, 100%. I mean, and then I also... No, I didn't feel defeated. I actually felt the opposite because I saw Jax and Amethyst sobbing, and I was like, I don't feel like they do. I mean, obviously, after I got eliminated, I was crushed, but in that moment, I just felt like this is my chance to kind of do it. And no, I didn't feel defeated. I actually felt like, woo, this is my chance. I get to lip sync on Drag Race. Like, it wasn't. I try to. I think maybe like. What's that word? Compartmentalize? That one. And I feel like I try to like make it a positive thing in my head instead of making it something negative. Trying to view it as something like good and not be like, oh no, I'm getting sent home. I was like, oh, I'm getting sent home. Work.
Right.
You know?
I want to touch base on that because you said that you weren't a lip syncer, and this is comedy's kind of your route. Would you do All Stars if they were to call you?
No.
Okay.
I am determined.
Elaborate as to why.
The filming process was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Like, I'm just not that type of person. That's just not who I am. I don't enjoy it. Every single aspect of filming, I hated. And as soon as I left, one, I cried. But I think I cried because of disappointment, but also, too, because of relief. Like, you're preparing for 4 months. You're there, you're filming. They're constantly poking and prodding you, and, like, everything is happening all at the same time. And it's a lot. Like, I just am a very sensitive person, and so, like, being in that kind of environment, especially with, like, girls like Mistress being like, well, actually, blah, 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 I'm like, I can't deal with all of that. Like, I can barely deal with this one, like, texting me profane things. So, yeah. No, I would never do All-Stars, ever. I would love to be featured on something that's not competitive, but I would never do anything competitive ever again.
Like, even outside
Understandable.
of Drag Race.
I'll do the circle, but that would be fun. I don't have to deal with anybody. I just have to jerk off in my room and, like, block people. I do that anyways.
And on that note, we're back.
Okay, I just want to say one thing really quick. When you're in the bottom and you're in Untucked and the celebrity guest walks in, it's the worst thing in the world because all you want to do is listen to the song. I was like, Ariana, get the fuck out of here. I gotta learn these words.
I had no idea who she was. I was like, I'm so sorry to you. I'm so sorry. I gotta go rehearse. And she's like, I love country music. I'm like, okay, bye.
It's so embarrassing.
So good. All right, we have a couple people that we want to shout out. Do you want to shout them out this week?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead, you can start it.
All right, we want to shout out to Kat in North Carolina.
Sending a shout out to Edwin in Peru.
Hello to Paul in Wyoming.
We got Jendra in Indonesia.
Nathaniel in the Netherlands.
Simon in France.
Hey, Kristen, you're in Wisconsin, girl.
Hey, Gabriel in Portugal.
Kelly Rose in San Francisco.
And Reese in Scotland. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate all the comments. Make sure you keep commenting below and letting us know where you're from, where you're watching from. And to all of those that we get so many that say they've been subscribed since the very beginning. We see you. Your shout outs are coming. Thank you so much for being so supportive and watching. We love you, love you, love you.
Yes,
all
yes.
right.
And while you guys are here, we just want to remind you that next week we will have Lucy LaDuca and Batty and Crystal Method in the house. So make sure you guys come on down and see us next week starting
Make
at
sure
7
you have
p.m.
plenty of liquor on hand.
Oh, we're good. We're stacked.
Taya still lives here, right?
She lives up the street.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
And also, we want you guys to start thinking of some questions to ask these lovely ladies. They didn't travel all this way for y'all to not ask them some good juice, so
and
think
at
about that.
10:30 p.m., right? Are we doing 10:30 p.m. today? We will be performing. All four of us will be performing at 10:30 p.m. So make sure you guys stick around. Don't go anywhere so you can catch the performances. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Poppy,
Yes.
what I always ask the girls, and you can answer this too. I want you to answer it. What is like the last thing that like happens to you before the music starts? There's like a clap, right? And then there's the music. What is in your mind right there when you guys were doing your lip sync?
Irene, you answer that first.
wait, I want you to hold that thought because we only got like 3 seconds and we're going back.
Okay,
so I don't
well,
want you to start
let's
and
start
then
with
get
that
cut
one.
off. So hang on to that for me. All right. Do you want to talk about it? I remember me watching this back, like, I'd get anxiety. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do any of that. If you don't totally cool.
No, bye.
Yeah.
No, it feels like I'm reliving it. So it's like, oof. And I've had like therapy twice a week since then. So it's gonna be like 4 times a week now. No, but it's hard to watch. It's embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like you just spend so much money and you put so much time and effort into something, and then you just kind of like, it just goes away.
And I know that you feel embarrassed, but there's nothing for you to be embarrassed about.
Of course.
Absolutely nothing. You look beautiful. You did a great job. You know, there's always a narrative.
Hold
you know
on,
what it is.
I gotta say, you absolutely should not be embarrassed because not only did you make it on RuPaul's Drag Race, bitch, but you fucking slayed that lip sync. I am so sorry.
Thank you.
I am so sorry. Every second that you were on that screen, you are making everybody watching laugh, including when you were getting sent home. You are so fucking funny and so fucking good at drag. Did you guys see that gown that was next to her station? That was a fully head-to-toe rhinestone gown that they... Anyway... You are so fucking good at this. You are so fucking good at your job, and you are so fucking good at your art, and not a single thing that happened on that screen was embarrassing.
Not one thing.
And it doesn't define who you are.
Yeah.
So that's
Irene. That's what she just said to herself, actually. She's holding up a hand mirror. And she's like, bitch, you fucking ate them up. And she's like, oh, Poppy, you're there too. Sorry, girl.
Poppy, hey girl, I didn't know you were here.
Oh my God, I thought you were Amethyst. You scared the shit out of me.
No, I'm so serious,
Thank
though.
you.
You're incredible.
Thank you. I mean, it's embarrassing. I mean, like, obviously, you're just kind of doing it in your worst moments, like being relived in front of a bunch of random people that you don't know. That'll probably suck your dick later on Grindr. Hey. But
Jason.
Yeah. But no, I mean, looking back, it's not as bad as I remembered it. Like, when you remember it, you're like, oh my God, like, my life's over. That was nothing. It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. It's fine. And you know what? The season's just going to suck without me now, so.
There you go.
I'm just kidding. It actually won't. It's going to be really great. You should watch it. 8 p.m., only on MTV. Please don't sue me.
Okay, let's go back to some of the questions that... also, audience, I hope you guys are getting some questions ready for our ladies. But first, let's talk about... you asked them a question before we went to break.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the click clack that happens right before the song starts. What was the last moment that you were thinking that you remember running through your head?
God, I hope I can remember all these fucking words. That 7 rings. What? Give me the loot. Give me the lead and the loot. I'm gonna do. What is she saying?
Marsha knew.
Girl, Marsha was about to tap in.
Okay, she's like, my turn, my turn.
She's like, I don't have any makeup on. I should be lip syncing, right?
That first week, they gave us champagne because, like, I guess it was like a celebratory thing, and people they were like, oh, I'm not a drinker, and they just kept giving me some. So I had like 7 glasses of champagne. I was lit. I was back there. I was like, oh, sorry. Yeah, so 7 rings. I wanted to tap in too. Me and Marsha would have been the twins.
The quadruplets of season 15.
Exactly. The twin twinks. Anyways, yeah, through my head, it's a lot of spoken words, so same. Like, I was like, I don't know a fucking word of this. And also, that's so unfair to get a spoken word lip sync, like,
second one.
Like 2 episodes in, I'm like, y'all are fucking evil. But I just remember being like, okay, this is my chance. This is my moment. I'm just gonna forget that cameras are there. I'm gonna forget the judges are there. I'm just back at my home bar, and I'm just gonna do my thing.
I love that. Did you guys find any moment where you're like, shit, what the fuck was her name? What is her name? What is her name?
Yeah, Irene. I was like, who went home?
No, I mean, before we had to quarantine for like 5 days, and I was sat in the hotel room watching YouTube spoilers of the cast. So I already had everybody's name memorized by the first day.
That is actually true. She was like, oh yeah, you look like such a bitch on Instagram. I was like, how the fuck did you get my Instagram? I've never heard of you in my life.
That's not even true. You had a picture of me screenshotted on your phone.
Okay, whatever. Shut up. Actually, I had this outfit specifically screenshotted. It's really cute, isn't it?
since we're talking about the first like episode and all that kind of stuff, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what inspired your entrance looks, the first runway, the first challenge. Who got wet? Did any of you get wet? Or
We both got wet.
you both got wet? So you both got wet. Like, tell me all about that. Like, first episode, how was it for you guys?
So much fun, honestly. I really had a blast. Are the cameras still rolling?
No.
If you don't want them to be, they won't.
No, I had a lot of fun. It's one of those things that's when you get there and you kind of see behind the scenes, you're like, oh, we're making a TV show. It's one of those things.
It's just really slow. Like what you see on TV, that first episode took the span. It was like the span of 7 days.
Yeah, I went home first. I was there for a week.
Yeah, no, literally. But I thought it was really bizarre because one, we're going outside, which I don't remember any other past seasons being outside.
Just the first season.
Just that one, yeah.
So I was like, whoa, this is fucking weird.
No, wait. There was one where they went like shopping one time. They went to the
Oh,
thrift
yeah,
store.
they went to the thrift store.
Oh, and on season
Yes.
2, they had to sell the cherry pie.
Yes.
against their-
There were a couple of them, but as the
yeah.
show got
But it was, like,
bigger,
early.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
now the set is like way off in the middle of nowhere, and they've got big tarps up on the gate so that people can't look in. It's very secretive now. It's like Area 51.
I heard one before you guys. I want to keep hearing about this, but it was one of the reasons they went to this was because they like went to Starbucks and Michelle was at Starbucks and they ran into Michelle the contestants did, and then after that it was like nope, no more. You can't leave the hotel. That's it, because they had actually run into Michelle. This was like season 2.
Okay, yeah, because our
they were-
hotel
yeah,
was nowhere near set. It was like a 15-minute bus ride.
So finish telling me. Tell me about your first, your entrance look.
Oh
Wow.
yeah,
Everything.
this is my entrance look. This is a B Kala knockoff.
What made you choose this?
A friend of mine made it for me, and part of my philosophy of going on the show was that I wanted to uplift as many people in the Seattle drag scene as I could. So I tried to wear as many local creations. And when I was getting things made for the show, I went almost completely local. I think I brought 2 things made by designers from out of town.
They said in like a little like prompt, they were like anything could happen. So I dressed for the occasion. Like these other girls were like wearing feathers. I was like, girl, I'm gonna dress easy, and I'm glad I did. I mean, everybody hated my entrance look, but like whatever, girl. It was wet. Yeah.
No, they
so-
want you in head-to-toe couture, and they want to see it get ruined.
Yeah, they really do.
When
like the
Malaysia's
sponges,
feathers?
yeah.
Girl, why? They showed this too. The pit crew was like coming up to us and like scrubbing us. I was like, I don't remember consenting to this.
Yeah.
This like is a little weird. So I just
They
took
were
my
rough.
foam titty out and started doing the same thing to them.
So you guys will you be showing all of your looks that you would have shown on the runway on Instagram, or are you saving them for another time?
Girl, tomorrow is not promised. I will be showing those fucking looks.
Yes and no. The ball, absolutely. I'm not showing that. No. Honestly, I'm really glad I didn't make it to the ball because I would have gone home. It was so bad. I mean, the designers. So I don't know if I could say this, but at the same time,
Yeah, you can say it.
Yeah, you can say it.
At the same time we filmed was the same time that DragCon was happening. And there's only like so many designers around that are like available. And so of course they're gonna go like to the money, the people that are like can actually pay them. Not like randos who I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be on a new season. They're like, okay, great. Do you want an award? So it was just very difficult to get like outfits and then also good outfits that fit and like looked good. So like my ball outfit, They're gonna end up somewhere.
More charismatico corset.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, they were they're ugly, but I do want to post a lot of my outfits though. I mean, I really loved a lot of mine. Yeah, I mean there were some. Honestly, the week after, there was 2 amazing runways that I had that I was so depressed. Like when some of the girls came back, I was like, "What were the runways?" They were like, "Oh, this one and this one." I was like, "You're fucking lying."
Do you guys actually look at the eliminated queens' Instagrams?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That's something people care about.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
I don't
while
know,
you guys
as
are
a
here
dra-
right now, pull
as
out
a-
your phones and
Well,
follow
yeah.
Irene.
Last week, I made
and
every
Poppy.
person in the room pick up their phone and follow you last week. every person in the room
Oh,
took their
thank
phone
you,
out and
guys.
went to follow you because
Thank you.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's not you that's missing out, it's them because they don't get to see you, and then, oh well, she didn't make it far, I'm not going to follow her. Well, you're missing out because there's plenty of talent there to watch. So please, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and follow Miss Irene and follow Princess. Please do so.
Block me, actually.
What'd you say?
Block me. I want everybody to get your phone out and block Princess Poppy. Report.
Oh my God. It was really bad for you.
No, I'm kidding. No, it honestly, the experience itself, like filming, was terrible. But meeting the girls, except for this one, was incredible. Like I feel like I made like lifelong friends because you trauma bond in a way that you can't. You know, I mean, like you really do. Like no one else can relate to the experience that we've gone through. Like
Unless you've done it.
unless you do it. But even I feel like on the specific season too.
It was pretty intense. I think all of the post-COVID seasons
Yeah.
have a very specific experience of being on the show and just sort of every 5 minutes someone's sticking something up your nose and
I got out of that.
It's intense.
I did. I actually had COVID 2 weeks before I left. Yeah, and I almost didn't go, and they were like, "Well, I don't know."
Oh, we got so close.
Yeah. Well, you want to hear a really funny story about this?
Yes, please.
So I was desperate. I was like I think it was like a week away, and I didn't have COVID anymore, but my test kept coming up positive. It was like it wasn't like the rapid test, but it was like the other one where like
PCR.
Yes. So my lovely partner over there, say hi, Leo. He Googled that if you put chapstick in your nose, that it will come up negative. So before the thing, I was like, I mean, like I look like a crazy person, like shoving chapstick up my nose, and I'm like, I'm ready for my test. So yeah, it was like covered in blood and chapstick, and they were like, huh, that's interesting.
Your mucus is waxy. What's going on, man?
Yeah, they're like, it's very interesting.
I love
Fucking
that.
psychopath.
Yeah, but
Gonna
then
get everybody on set sick.
I did. Well, no, and then so they excused it, but I didn't have to take a test, so everybody else had to take a test, and I was like, oh, sorry, I'm too good for that.
Okay, now that from watching these two episodes, was there anything? And usually everyone kind of has the same answer for this, but I want to see what you guys think. Is there anything you would have changed?
My talent.
Let's talk about the talent. What made you go with this talent, and did you have something else as a backup or in mind?
Here's the thing, you guys. You have to understand, I've been doing drag in Seattle for 6.5 years. That is a city where everyone, A, hates mainstream culture, and B, is high all the time. So if I do something that makes fun of anything normal, they're gonna laugh at it. I do that number in Seattle, and it brings the house down. So to me, that's a signature number. And so I was like, well, it's my talent. Let me do something signature Irene. And obviously we had to cut it down to a minute, and I'm cutting beats out and shortening bits and bobbles. And I performed it for the producers in a dress rehearsal. They all laughed. I performed it in the hotel. The person laughed. Did it at the show. They edited this out, but all the contestants laughed.
Except for me.
Except for, no, I mean, vouch for me here. The girls were laughing.
No, the girls were absolutely laughing.
It was just one of those things where I think that it wasn't big. You know what I mean? It wasn't a big comedy moment. And based on everything else that was happening in that talent show, they were looking for big. Now, I will say, I do think in like the grand scheme of like my life, when I'm old and I look back at the time that I went on the biggest drag stage in the world and used that opportunity to make a glass of water, I am going to look back on that fondly. Because that's fucking funny. Whether or not anybody else laughed, that's fucking funny to me. So I'm happy with how it turned out. Actually, you know, if I wanted to go in there and do a 1-minute lip sync that's like, I'm Irene Dubois, and I'm an alien from Seattle, and I'm here to snatch the crown, Mama Ru, I could have done that. And I did do that. I released a single. It's called Take a Sip, now streaming on all platforms.
Yeah.
Boom, clap.
You can see that I do, in fact, have bars, but I just figured that since Cornbread and Angeria won both of their episodes with an original song, that every girl would bring an original song this season, and I was right, more than half of them did, but it paid off. They all ended up safer in the top.
So my talent, I prepared it actually before the show even happened. Like I was like dead set. I was like, they're probably gonna do a talent show, so I'll just have it ready. And it was something I've always wanted to do, like just a Parasite number with like like sisters. Like I just always loved that idea. And on the show, I will say that they show the people laughing. There were no laughs to be had that day.
Okay, that's not true.
No.
We had to cut because I was laughing so hard.
There were from the judges.
No, the judges were giving her daggers.
It wasn't even like a. There was no smiles. There was nothing.
That's when I knew I was fucked.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was going to be in the bottom.
Your talent was my second favorite. Anitra was obviously my favorite, but hers was my second favorite.
Thanks to the man right there.
It was really clever.
Thank you. I really liked yours. I also think, too, I'm just going to say this. I think that a lot of the girls, like, laughing were basing it off of the judges. And so...
You're supposed to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, I think at the beginning, everybody was laughing and everybody was on board, and then they saw that the judges weren't laughing, and so they were like, oh, we should be quiet. And then that's why towards the end, it got quieter and quieter and quieter. And also editing.
We love a good edit.
Yes, we sure do.
We're going to blame it on the edit.
Yeah. I mean, well, that was like how they previewed this episode with Sasha.
Right.
Stumbling over her words, and then she ended up winning the challenge. So, I mean, the editing is...
Whatever happens on Drag Race, just being on the show is such a gift. I don't want to make it seem like I'm unhappy with what happened. Every second I was on TV last week that wasn't during the talent show, they were giving me a very favorable edit, and I'm very happy with how everything turned out. Even though I went home first, I'm very happy with how I was portrayed on Drag Race.
I thought you came across as like one of the most iconic characters of the whole episode. You know what I mean? Like, I thought you were the star of the episode, truly.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
It was a 1 hour narrative about the rise and fall of a drag queen.
Your villain origin story.
Not me winning a mini challenge and then getting eliminated.
Which was so gaggy to all of us, because when we came back after you got eliminated, we were like, we thought she won. Like, we thought you were going to be in the top 4. I personally thought you were going to be in the top 4.
So did I.
Did you get your coins yet?
I did. Direct deposit, baby.
2,500.
So did you, by the way, did you answer the question? I know you said you would not do All-Stars.
No.
Would you do All-Stars if presented to you?
Where's my camera? I would absolutely do All-Stars. Or season 16. Or anything. Please put me back on TV.
Yeah, last week we were saying we were kind of curious if they were going to bring maybe you back because there were so many girls, but we love you. Do we not love them?
Yes. I'm assuming you guys are gonna have a reunion. Did they tell you guys that yet? You'll have a reunion.
Oh, they're up in our ass every day. Like, don't forget, there's a reunion. Save your comments. There's a reunion.
Filming on my birthday. I'm so mad about it.
Okay.
Well, speaking of reunion,
you
you guys
get a
have done
paycheck,
April
though,
Fool's
girl.
Day.
You get a cute paycheck, no?
Yeah, that's
Wait,
true.
how do you know the filming date?
They sent it to us, girl.
Girl, I need to check those emails.
Yeah, I'm like,
She didn't get the email.
They said, urgent, hold the date. She was like, all right,
I
next.
never do.
Spam.
As soon as I see World of Wonder, I'm like, delete.
She unsubscribed. Damn it.
You have been saying things that break your NDA. Delete.
I'm like, I keep getting this call from this number in LA. I'm like, oh, it's so annoying.
Well, you
I
guys have
love
done.
that.
I just want before we wrap this up and ask or let the questions roll in. You guys have done a lot of press and a lot of interviews with a lot of people. We've seen most of them, but Irene, I have a question for you. I saw a clip on a YouTube channel with the two gentlemen that were interviewing you guys, and Mistress Isabella was talking about you being the villain. And then she hands you the microphone, and you say 2 words. You say, Naysha, Lopez. Oh my God, yes.
I said Naysha Lopez, also one continental.
And then you say, also one continental.
Because, and this was no shade to you, Naysha.
Oh, I didn't take it as any.
We
were trying to figure it out.
I'm more than happy to explain. About 5 minutes earlier in that interview, they asked Sasha Colby, you're a former Miss Continental. Do the other girls even have a chance? Should they even bother competing? And we're all sitting there like, and I don't know. I mean, Miss Continental is a very prestigious title. In my opinion, it is the most prestigious pageant that you can win. But it also is very insulting to the rest of us to sort of say, like, Sasha has this accolade, so the rest of you aren't even eligible to win. And I just wanted to, like, point out that, like, her being Miss Continental does not mean that she's infallible.
No, it makes complete sense. And you know what? Shame on the person interviewing you guys and trying to stir that up or make that kind
Really
of point using Sasha Colby, because then, one, people start to feel a certain way about Sasha, and that's not the way Sasha is. That's one.
At all. She is
period.
so humble.
Yeah, so it makes people feel a certain kind of way. And then, second, it just discredits any other thing that you as entertainers have done, because it's not all about pageantry. There's so much more to it. So shame on the ones interviewing for even asking stupid questions like that.
It was bizarre, and I don't think any of us were really feeling that interview.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. I was like, oh, girl, they just were trying to get you all to be against each other. And that's why I wanted to start today off with saying, are you still in contact with a lot of those girls?
They wanted us to be against each other. We as a cast are not like that at all. We look forward to the times that we get to see each other again.
Yeah, I feel like I get texts from each and every one of the girls like before press week or something. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to see you. I'm so excited to see you. And like even after we're like checking on people, we're like, how are you doing? What's up? Like we're never at each other's throats. Like once the competition ended, it ended. And that's it. And I felt like with that interview, it was just really disrespectful. Like just to us as people, like not even as like performers, just in generally as people, they just treated us like we weren't really humans.
I'd say about 60% of the cast didn't speak after the intros.
No.
Yeah, there were a very few select people that spoke throughout that hour interview. So I wanted to bring it up because it's been sent to me and whatnot. So we cleared up that record.
Yeah, I just want to say again, just reiterate, no shade to you, Naysha.
Oh, absolutely none taken. I mean, like I said, they're idiots. Simple as that. You don't start an interview by discrediting your
more
entire
than half,
cast.
the whole
15 out of
except
16.
15 out of 16. Like that's just And I hope what are their names?
No one knows.
Exactly.
And no one cares.
Exactly. But we're gonna go ahead and move to the audience right now, and we're gonna do some Q&A. Do we have any questions in the audience for our two lovely guests? Are you going over there?
Yeah, I'll go this way.
I'll go this way. Do we have any over here?
Was this you? Okay, I'm going to come behind you. We're going to start over here, gals.
Where? What's going on?
Right here. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you too.
Ooh, your
Sarah.
parents really flexed the creative muscle on that name.
Thank you. Thanks, my parents. They really pulled out all the shots with my name.
They opened the baby book to page 1. All right, that'll do.
First one. Okay, cool. We're gonna go with that. But first of all, big fan. I love you both. I'm actually watching All-Star 7 with the Spikes runway, and I would have loved to seen Irene's look. I think that would have.
I have not seen a single season that has aired since we got back
Same.
from filming because it's too upsetting to watch.
Oh, I understand. But okay.
But
so
I'm sure the girls look sickening boots.
So I love drama, obviously. But period. Yeah. So this was a theory I had with Irene's elimination, and it kind of got confirmed with Poppy's elimination. Do you think that they're keeping Amethyst on to kind of continue the Amethyst and Amethyst relationship with Robin Fierce?
I will not pretend to know what the producers are thinking, but if that is what they are doing, they're making a bad choice. But I don't know.
I mean, Amethyst is the viral TikTok star, so I can understand as to why they would want to keep her. So yeah.
I love that the person asking the question is like, I got confirmation that. From who, girl?
From who, bitch? Sarah.
Who confirmed this shit for you, bitch?
Sarah.
You got Mish on speed dial?
We got a question back here. Do you have one up there, babe?
No, I don't. Do I? Over here? No question?
Come over
yes,
here.
I have one right over here.
Hello, you guys are so sickening. I love you so much. So you guys got to see Ariana Grande come in, and that was really like we all screamed here. Did the other group feel like shit that they didn't get that?
Yeah, and we loved it.
It was so iconic because when we all met up at the beginning of the second episode,
We made sure to ask them who they met first.
and we were like, "Who'd you meet?" And they were like, "Vivacious," and they were like, "Who'd you meet?"
They were like, Vivacious.
And we were like, "We met Ariana Grande."
Come on, Grinder.
It was sickening.
No, it was iconic.
Gagged him a bit. For sure.
All right, we have a question back here. What's your name?
Riley, and I'm from Chicago. Okay, so I think that everyone here in the audience could see that obviously the producers are producing, and they're not necessarily choosing who we want to stay, especially based on the lip syncing and the critiques. So I guess this is for all four of you to answer, but do you think that this season the judges are being way more harsh? It could just be my opinion that All-Star 7, because no one went home. Obviously, they were all just nice about their critiques, and then jumping into the season, it seems like they're just like, I don't know, coming out of left field with a lot of the shit that they're saying. So I'd love to hear if you guys think that this season is more...
I have one thing I will say. Go watch any episode of season 3, and then watch our season. It's Barney and Friends compared to season 3. They used to be so fucking rude. I think that they have really like babied us compared to how they used to treat the girls. They used to be like, you're ugly and fat and nothing you say matters and we're not even gonna let you lip sync. Go home. Like they used to be so fucking rude.
I also think too, it's in response to the previous seasons where like no one went home and everyone was kind of like, "You're so special and everybody loves you." It's like, girl, you're Orion Story. Come on. I'm kidding. Orion Story, I love you so much.
You're not kidding.
No, she's such a sweetheart. No, but I think it's in response because a lot of people were
She's
like,
here right now.
yeah, she comes out.
Come on down!
Come on down. You're the next contestant to get red for Phil.
Well, she's not booked.
Wow. You be nice.
Yeah, she said it. There's like a red dot on me. I'm
She's
like,
my friend, okay? She's from Michigan.
Yeah, I think it's in response because nobody was getting sent home and everybody was sort of like, they were like, "You're doing great." And so I think they want to be more cutthroat.
The pendulum swung in the opposite direction
Yeah.
from season 14.
I mean, you and I probably were like, "Oh, okay, we're going to come back."
No,
Nope.
the way that you can see on my face, I'm like, sure, okay, right, I'm eliminated.
Same.
Also, I think it has to do a lot with, one, what happened with the one that, I can't think of her name right now, Adore. Adore, when she left, she wasn't putting up with it. She was not having it. And I think that really kind of changed things on how they were.
Paradigm shift.
Yeah, she's like, we can't be that way because they're just not going to put up with the shit. And if you don't have contestants, you don't have a show. And then another thing is, when you open up the door to harsh criticism like that, there's a certain audience that thinks they can do it as well. So then all these contestants not only are getting shit from this panel of judges, now you have the fans. "Oh, bitch, you're busted. Your drag is this. You are boring. You are that. They got you. Hog body. Hog this." And then they think it's okay to do that. And so I think that the shift is because we are not punching bags. And that needed to stop.
Absolutely.
And that's why I think that happened. But we do have this question right here.
Hey, my name is Matthew.
Hi, Matthew.
Hi, Matthew.
Hey, so when did you know that the episodes are going from 4 hours to 1 hour?
Like a week ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
while watching it.
Yeah.
I remember when I found out that they were airing both of my episodes on the same night. The way that I called my producer so quickly, I was like, what the fuck? Because I thought after I got eliminated, because we knew it was 2 episodes, I was like, I'll get 1 week where I've been on TV and I've won a challenge, and that's my like week of fame and people care about me. And then I found out that it's going to be 3 hours, and then I found out it's going to be 2 hours. But yeah, no, they don't tell us shit. Who, is Aura even on the season still? I don't know. Like I have heard from some people in production that because they found out after they filmed that the episodes were getting shortened. MTV has like done a lot of things without really considering production. And I know that they were sort of like, well, we filmed for 90-minute storylines, so they're struggling to sort of create arcs in each episode.
But aren't you so glad, though? I really want to watch The Real Friends of WeHo. Yeah.
Oh, girl.
I can't wait.
Todd
I'm
Drake.
really looking forward to
Todd
it.
Naysha, you're funny. All right, we have a question right here. What's your name?
My name's Mauricio. Batty Davis updates on Twitter.
Oh, that's you.
Yep.
Work, bitch.
I'm from Chicago, and I guess my question would be if you had an unlimited budget, dream budget, and you had to put on a drag number, what would it be?
I would pour a glass of water. And add really long nails and some ice.
That's fucking genius.
Is it not?
I might do that, actually.
Write that down. Write that down.
I have always wanted to fly. I think it would be cool if I could fly and then do pyrotechnics and... Oh, no, unlimited budget, I would die. No, I'm so serious. I would die and then have doctors resuscitate my dead body
Yes. Oh my
on
God.
stage. Wouldn't that be cunt?
No, I've had this exact thought before, too. Like, imagine you die, like, you have, like, a heart attack in the middle of your show. People are like, oh, my God, what's going to happen? They, like, pull out, like, the wheelie thing. You're on it. And then you go.
The wheelie
numbers,
thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Gurney.
Yeah. Like, a number start. You're like, turn on now. Whoosh. And everyone's like, oh, my God. No, I would do, okay, you remember that rumor, like, a million years ago when Lady Gaga was supposed to perform on the moon? Do you remember that? I would do that. Imagine performing on the moon to no one.
Leaving little stilettos.
You're just,
footprints all over the place.
You're just on the moon. Just
you and Elon Musk.
All right, I have a question over here.
Hi, ladies. My name's David. I
It's my
live
dad's
here.
name.
Yeah. Very simple question: who smells the worst? After
You know that's not true.
after Aura, because she sweats.
Aura
Like,
actually
who
does not
sweats?
stink.
no, she doesn't. There's an answer. I'm just not gonna say it.
Yeah,
we know.
we know who
stinks.
it is.
Shady.
And I
I'm
will
not-
say,
you know-
I'm not going to say either, but when she walks into a room, she's like, did these windows open?
Yeah.
She says that?
She knows.
Oh, she knows she smells.
Yeah.
And she says, let me go ahead and facilitate not stinking for all these people.
Yeah.
Is it her pantyhose or is it just?
I think it's just the stench. And
Oh,
I don't know.
bitch. Hell
You
no.
She came into a van one time with all of us, and we got out, and Mistress Sister goes, "That bitch is ripe."
Get you a
Okay,
good
so
fragrance.
it's not mistress. We know it's not mistress. We're going to do a process of elimination. We'll figure it out.
We'll
okay.
get it upstairs.
We have another question over here.
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm from Chicago. I'm a really big fan of both of you guys, so I'm so excited to see you. I made an effort to come to see you, Irene. I came right from work.
Oh my God, he didn't make an effort to see you, bitch.
Oh, no!
He's like, "What's your name again?"
Thank you so much, baby.
My question was, you guys both mentioned how you guys said that the songs that you lip sync to weren't necessarily in your wheelhouse. Is there a song that either like was on Drag Race before or hasn't been on yet that you feel like would be something that would showcase?
You
what
should
like
stick
to-
around for the show at 10:30 tonight. Wow, okay. Or not. Fuck me. Anything by Celine Dion, and it doesn't matter who I'm up against, you're going down.
Love it.
I'd say like Fergalicious or something. Like that would be such a good Drag Race song, right? Or like, what
Has
about
it
like?
not been one?
No, I don't think so.
Not even on one of the international seasons?
I don't.
I don't watch it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't watch it. No, you know what'd be really cunt is if they did like Vitamin C, like as we go on, we remember.
What's that really slow Avril song that's like, life's like an hourglass? That's not Avril, but that song?
Okay, that was a deep cut.
Sorry. Kind of like your vagina.
All right, we have a question over here for you gals.
Hi, beauties. My name is Hunter. After last week's episode, I was just wondering, do we think that original songs and lip syncs should be banned from the talent portion of RuPaul's Drag Race? Yeah, I mean, if you're going to show a talent, like, I feel like it should be a talent, right?
Look, I think that when you do an original song and lip sync to it, you run the risk of people being like, that's not really a talent. But at the end of the day, like, it's going to get you through. So, I don't know. I kind of resent the idea that drag queens have to be talented. I did not get into this industry to be talented. I got into this industry because I failed as an actor. Like, the whole point of my talent number was that I'm not talented. I'm talented at being untalented. And that should, I don't know. I'm very interested in the queer art of failure. The harder a queer person fails to me, the more intrigued I am, which is why Poppy is my favorite drag queen in the world.
She was just a punching bag tonight, bitch.
We are not your punching bags.
Hell yeah.
I have a couple questions.
Do you have a
over
question
here.
over there? I have one here. Do I? No, I don't.
Okay, awesome. I got 3 of them over here. We're going to start with you. What's your name?
My name is Ruben from Puerto Rico. My English is not
perfect.
Which queen in the season you be Kai Kai? Yeah. You be together?
Would we fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
Who would you fuck? Okay, you go. I answered the last one. You do this one.
1, 2, 3. Aura! Aura, 100%.
Almost all of them.
Lucy LaDuca looks cute at a drag, too.
Wait, no, I'm so sorry. Our whole cast is fucking hot. But
Except for the one that smells.
Every time the twins pull out those abs, I lose it.
Oh, you would fuck
You want to
Irene?
fuck me?
Oh, wow.
Oh, work. Meanwhile, do you realize? Oh, wow. Yes. Work.
Pussycat meow.
I just really needed to stretch my legs.
All right, we have another question over here.
Go for it.
Hi, my name is Jamie. I'm from like a mile down the road. It's
So
not
Chicago.
really a question, but I do want to say, I thought you were going to be in the top for the talent show. I sent a voice note to my sister. No, Poppy, sorry.
She goes, no, move out of the way.
How did they not
I agree.
pay her
I agree,
flowers?
actually.
It was
I
so
think she should've
funny.
been too.
I am really dumb, though. I thought you were really doing ventriloquism for a second.
Thank you. I was. Well, actually, I did voice the Petunia part. I'm a deadly tumor. But thank you. I mean, honestly, I was just happy with the edit that they gave me because on set, I was like, well, my career's down the drain. And so they really did me good. Thank you, editors. I love you so much. So thank you. I appreciate it.
It was really weird. I remember being there, and Poppy did that fucking. I thought it was so funny, and like just daggers. And then someone would jump into a split, and they'd go. It was really weird and disarming.
Yeah. It was very interesting. And actually, I want to go back to Turtleneck over there.
Turtleneck?
Yeah.
It's very cute.
I don't think they should ban those things. I think they should rename it. It should be a talent show because it is not a talent show.
It should be its own independent challenge.
It should be like a lip sync off. You know, like original song competition.
Yeah, that's the other thing
Eurovision.
too.
Eurovision.
The metric by which they judge those and the metric by which they judge comedy is a very different metric.
Yes.
Totally.
But I do think my elimination was fair.
All right, I think Irene's ready for you now.
Unoriginally, my name is also Matt, so thanks to
Ay,
parents who
ay,
have basic
ay.
names. I live in Geneva, which is like a suburb outside of Chicago.
Thank you for that short story about your life.
So, yeah, I was born in Hawaii.
Now, how many
Yes,
inches?
Thank you. Obviously, we saw like Marsha gagging over the fact that Ariana was there. Are there any like celebrity guests that you know were there that you wanted to see or that you would have loved to like have met?
Meg Stalter.
Yeah, Meg Stalter.
100%. I was really mad when they had the commercial and she was there. I was like, you fucking assholes! You deleted me.
Deleted that.
They eliminated me before I got to meet her. I was really mad about that. I was
mad about Janelle Monáe.
Oh shit. Did they show that already? Like that she's gonna be on?
Yeah.
How fierce! I
I
didn't
was like,
see
they
that
must
part.
have.
I
She
love
just spilled
Janelle.
it. I don't know who's coming.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
All I know is we didn't know that country bitch singing.
And
up there
missing
tonight.
out on when Beyonce
Do-
was
do
there,
we know
that
her
was so
name?
annoying.
Do we even know the girl's name? Millie.
I had to Google it and I've already forgotten.
Millie
it.
Martry or something. I don't know. Oh,
Mary-
Maren Morris.
Mary
Yeah,
Morris.
girl.
Yeah.
Maiden Marian. I
Okay.
don't know.
Do we have any more questions going once? Any more questions going twice? Please make some noise for our two lovely guests today. Give it up for Princess Poppy.
And give it up for Irene Dubois.
I want to remind you guys that we will be performing at 10:30, so make sure you stick around, get yourself some cocktails, all that good stuff. Next week we have Lucy LaDuca, Diabetti, and Crystal Method. So make sure you check. Are tickets up for that yet, or
yes,
they are sold out. So
sold out.
Standing room is available. So come on and stand around.
I also just want to give everybody a heads up while you guys are here in the house. Every Thursday night at 9 p.m., our tickets go on sale for the following week. So set an alarm, just like you did when you were at the Golden Girls on Thursday night. I saw you get up and get out to get your tickets. So make sure y'all set an alarm and get your seats.
Gorgeous. Ladies and gentlemen over at YouTube, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already done so.
My name is Batty Davis. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
My name is Naysha Lopez. You guys have a good night.
Good
See you at
night.
10:30.